Here we go. Yeah, now we are live. Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Sabahat Podcast Wali's podcast. And today, as I told you earlier, I have a very inspiring and truly inspirational personality with me. And I wanted her to come over here and share her experiences with you. And, just by listening to and even, going through her bio, I have become truly, mesmerized with her. So I wanted her to come over here and share her experiences with all of you, and tell us so she can, tell more about herself. And so I'm just going to welcome her. Her name is Allyson Reneau. I just hope Reneau I pronounced it right, or it's mispronounced, please do correct me. So let's welcome our special guest. Welcome and good morning, Allyson.
Well, thank you so much, and good morning, good evening to your listeners. And I'm so happy to be here with you. Thank you for inviting me, and I hope that I can spread some inspiration. I know you're very inspirational, and I look forward to working with you to hopefully inspire your listeners.
Inshallah, inshallah. So thank you so much. The pleasure is all mine, and I have been waiting for this time. And since morning, I have been, no, this doesn't go wrong. This doesn't go wrong. So I was really excited. So let's get on. And Allyson, oh, okay. I just, just jump
That's
back. Okay. Allyson, I want you to tell my listeners about your journey. Like I have gone through your portfolio, and you have a platter full of every kind of experiences. And I know it would be I don't want to make a mesh of everything, so I wanted to have this as a start, and then we can go about having different sessions, and then I'll simply give the floor to you, and then you can share whatever you want. So for today, what I want is I want you to tell about yourself, your journey, and how did you get over here, and what were those stepping stones, and what were those inspirations, and who were those mentors through whom you have landed over here. Yeah.
Well, even though my life is so good now, it was so bad before. And I don't want to complain, but maybe my life seems like a fairy tale to people now, but it wasn't always that way. And if I can
Okay.
come from, a broken background, a bad background, a poverty-stricken background, to where I am today through education and faith and hard work, anybody truly can do it. And, I'm not anybody special, but the formula of success is pretty universal. And so I just, first of all, want to say I'm really not anybody great or wonderful. I just decided I didn't like my life and I was going to change it. And I took responsibility for, where I was, and decided I had the power to change my life. And I didn't want to live life with a lot of regrets when I was older. But I'm a mother of 11 children. I had all 11
Wow.
children. I
That's
had
great.
I had them all with one man, one husband, and
Wow.
I had 9 daughters and 2 sons. I was an only child, so I was planning on only having 2 kids, but I guess God had
Okay.
different plans for me. And
Definitely.
this caused me to drop out of university very early in life. I just did a little bit and then quit to be a mother, which for me, I think
Okay.
was very important. It's very important to invest in your children. You'll never regret it. I put them first in the priority. But as you begin to raise your children over the years and decades, because I had a lot, you forget about yourself, and you lose yourself, and you lose your
True.
identity, and you lose your
True.
purpose. But being a mother, again, is the greatest purpose. So it wasn't like, what I did was bad. It's just that as I got older, around 48 years old, and I still had 7 kids at home, I started feeling such a hunger to do more. beyond my family. I didn't want to live and die washing clothes and washing dishes and cooking meals. I wanted to do more. And I wasn't sure what the path would be for me to there. So for me, I'm a person of faith. I started praying to God for an idea. What path do I need to take to change my life? It's not in a good place. Not at all in a good place. And it came to me one day when I was running. I'm a runner. I run every morning. That I
Wow.
should get educated. God said to me in my heart, not out loud, but in my heart, your whole problem is you're uneducated, and you need to get educated, and this will be the plan. This is the difference. This will make a difference in your life. So at
Okay.
48 years old, I went back and got my bachelor's degree, my undergraduate, and to be honest, when I walked in the classroom, everybody was so young, like 19, 20, 21, 22. In's walking this old person, who's never typed a Word document, who's never owned a computer, who knew nothing about technology. I didn't even know how to do the homework this way. When I did homework 30 years before that, it was on paper. We turned in papers. Oh my gosh, now I'm gonna have to put it on a computer. How do I do that? So I have
Okay.
to say it was very scary. I wanted to quit so many times. But every time I wanted to quit, somebody came across my path that said, finish. And I graduated my bachelor's with perfect scores from the university. And then from there, I decided that I should go to Harvard. And why not shoot for the stars? Why not shoot for the best? And I got my master's
Wow.
at Harvard, in spite of the fact that I certainly didn't feel smart enough or ready to do it. But I graciously received a scholarship that paid for me to fly to Harvard back and forth every week for 3.5 years. And I would fly into
Wow.
Harvard and I would do all my classes that day. After I arrived, at 1 o'clock, maybe the flight took like 7 hours, and then do all my classes,
Okay.
and then spend the night and fly back the next morning. And because I was working full time also, so I missed one day of work, one day taking care of the kids, even though I cooked their food before I left. And I just found a way to make it happen. And, when you succeed in life, it's not one person making it happen. It's not just me. It's
Mm.
so many people that come across your path that offer encouragement, offer prayers, offer financial assistance, and so you just never can do anything alone. And I'm so grateful to those that helped me level up when I didn't believe in myself. So now, after I graduated from Harvard, my focus was in the U.S. space program, and doors began to open for me to pursue this dream of working in the space industry. And I didn't feel again. I felt intimidated, but I knew this is the direction I should go. And
Mhm.
wow, it's opened up the whole world to me. I have traveled to country. A mother with 11 kids who had nothing is traveling to countries all over the world since 20, I think 16, all the continents except Antarctica. I don't really want to go there where it's cold.
It's good.
But
Okay.
I can't believe that I'm doing this, and it's really due to so many people in my life that were so helpful.
Wow, that is so insightful, and that's so encouraging. Just to even listen to that, like when you have this thirst of having knowledge, this thirst of moving forward, this thirst of doing beyond than you what you can usually do, and this thirst of like not just being a mother or just being a housewife. It's like you have a whole new identity, and you know that inside your heart, but you are still striving and looking for ways how to get out of that typical identity and to reach the stars. Well, that's very mesmerizing, and it's very insightful and encouraging and motivating as well. One thing, Alison, I wanted to ask you in this whole journey, like I believe your husband must have been very supportive, and your children as well.
Well, I don't like to really talk about this too much publicly, but I didn't have
Okay.
any support. I didn't really have any support at home to
Okay.
do more than being just a housewife. And different spouses, different husbands have different mindsets. All are different, but mine in particular,
Okay.
wasn't encouraging in that area. And I don't have anything bad to say about him. And he is the father of my children. But it ended up where I became single, divorced
Okay.
because of it. And
Okay.
but so it's every time in your life when you decide to pursue your dreams or to go higher, not everybody in your circle of friendships and family agree with you, but in the end you have to answer for your life before God and what he put you on the earth to do. And it was really
Right.
important to me to find what I was born to do. What was I born to do? Why did God put me here? I want to fulfill this, not only to please him, but I know that if he has a plan for me, it's also going to bless other people, because he's all about other people, right? He's all about
Right.
helping humanity. And so it was a rocky road. It was not easy, but I finished, and I'm very happy that I did, and still have a great relationship with all of my children and him as well. But like the marriage didn't work out.
Well, I'm sorry for that, but the thing is that what God meant for you, you got that. That's what matters the most. Because you didn't go, with your dreams and your goals in your mind. You achieved and you strived for it and you worked really hard for it. And in the long run, you definitely found those people who supported your dreams. So that's really amazing. So let's move forward. I would you are a motivational speaker as well, what I can perceive. So can you tell me like when you're working with people, what is the typical strategy you use to motivate them, or to see if they can align their lives with their goals?
That's a great question. The first thing I do when I'm invited to speak is in a keynote at a conference, whether it be in South America, Japan, Croatia, Europe. When the first question I ask is the organizer, the leader of the conference, what subject do you want me to speak on? Do you want me to speak on engineering, space? What subject matter? Business, health, exercise? Tell me what you want me to talk about. So first of all, you find out what the person in charge wants, because you need to, honor them. Second, I ask who's the audience, who's listening, and because then you need to know your audience, and then from there you sit down and you write out your speech, and you practice, until it feels comfortable. But you want to make sure that it also comes across natural. But despite the subject that they choose, I always weave into it that the impossible story of my life, somehow the life of faith and hard work and relationships. And I try to make sure that the people that are listening that have no hope have hope. I recently spoke, for
Yeah.
instance, in Costa Rica, in Central America,
Mhm.
at the World Engineering Conference. And I
Okay.
thought the subject that they would ask me to speak on would be space and my work in space and things I've done there. But it was right after COVID. And the organizer of the conference said, we need hope. Just give us hope. Give all these engineers that are coming
Okay.
from all over the world hope. And
Okay.
that's the biggest thing you can give someone. And you can do that not just in a setting where you're speaking to thousands of people, but you can give hope to the person you're standing next to at the supermarket. Or
Yeah.
hope can be spread on a one-on-one basis all the time, through a text message, through kindness, through encouraging someone, because everybody is struggling with hopelessness in some area of their life. So I didn't mean to digress off that, but it's really those items that I try to ask when I'm speaking somewhere. to make sure that I do a great job, because that's what they brought me there to do.
Okay. Wow, that's really cool, actually. And you know what? This is what the world and most people, majority of people need. They need hope. So that's great. And if you know you have that skill, then nothing's better than that. Okay, Alison, there are some other questions too, but I would try to skim through them, and you have answered most of the questions. Okay, I wanted to ask you that. Okay, actually, what did I wanted to ask you? There's so many questions here. Okay.
We can do
Um,
another more later, right? We can do some more
yeah,
on
we can.
another one if you'd like. But go
Yeah, yeah.
ahead. Let's
But
talk.
yeah, no. Today's questions are, they're more of, personal and general questions. I want to, touch more upon your professional background, because for that I want to have more sessions where you can, cover them deeply, and the audience can resonate accordingly with those aspects. Okay. Um, I want to ask you, you have worked in this space as well, and overall. So, how do you tackle stress or some kind of challenging situation while working?
How do I deal with stress?
Yes.
Is what you asked me. Well, I think that when you're working anywhere, or doing life in general, you can't give, what you don't have, right? So
Hmm.
for me, I have a morning routine that stays steady no matter where I am, or what the weather is, or what the situation is. First I take care of
Okay.
myself. And when I had children, I had to
Okay.
do it before they wake up. Now they're all grown, so I don't have to wake up in the dark to get it done. But first for me is putting God first. Every day, praying first. Praying, asking God for inspiration, asking Him to show me the way, you know, fixing answers to problems in my life, putting Him first. That's first every day. Because inside of our heart is an invisible soul that needs to be fed. And that soul is like your battery. And if you let your battery get
Right.
weak, then you can't give out very much. So
Yeah.
after that, I always then take care of my health next, my body, and I take my vitamins, and then I go for a long run. And I go for the run even if it's hot, even if it's cold, even if it's raining, snowing. If I'm
Mm.
in Africa, if I'm in Japan, if I'm in South America, wherever I am, I go for a run, and I run at least
Okay.
a little over 3 kilometers minimum. And then you feel pretty rejuvenated. You feel good. You feel um,
Yeah.
um, like a champion mindset after you finish your run. You have this feeling of like, okay, I can conquer today. I can do this. And
Yeah.
a lot of morning mood lifts off my shoulders, and any worries, and I feel light and ready for the day. But this is really how I deal with stress, is that morning routine. And it works for me. You got to take care of you.
Yeah, I think health and you yourself, that comes first. Because without that, you won't be even to put in your 100% for the rest of the day.
Right.
That's really true. Because I was just looking at you, like, I was just thinking, wow, yeah, look at this woman. She has 11 children, and she doesn't look more than 20, in her more than 20s. And look at we have traditional Pakistani women over here, and after one or two children, well, I won't say about anyone else. I can, talk about myself. That oh God, I need to do something. I need to ask her what did she do to, maintain this posture and this figure. Wow, really amazing.
I just
So now
stayed.
you're telling me it's for.
I just stayed consistent with my exercise even through the pregnancies, and uh, and when you get pregnant, you get fat, fat, fat. All of us
Yeah.
get fat when we get pregnant. But so it seems a little counterintuitive when you're working out, but you're getting bigger, right? But you just have to know that you can it's going to be better when the baby comes out, and it takes a while to get back in shape each time. And then I didn't really
Yeah.
have any. I don't have any fancy skincare. Like I tried that at first, but my skin didn't like it, so I just used like honestly inexpensive body lotion from the supermarket,
Mhm.
head to toe. And I didn't really do anything extremely fancy for my face, or I really didn't have the money to do it, to be honest, and just kept the makeup simple. And I think another thing that helps you not age is when you forgive. When we go through
Yeah.
betrayals and we go through hurt from people that we love a lot in life, and it happens to all of us, we have a choice to make.
Yeah.
We have a choice to be angry and hold a grudge. And when you do that, it causes a lot of stress in your body when you have
Hmm.
unforgiveness. And it's really hard to let go. It's hard to forgive because you want an apology from the person who hurt you, but sometimes you're never going to get it. And so I just learned to forgive, let it go, and move on, and not rehearse what happened to me over and over again. You can't do that because it will age you, and it will really breaks down your health if you're not careful.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, yeah. I guess the screens just shifted. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just missed something. Yes, you're right about that. When we, hold grudges against people we love, and every one of those who have done bad to us, then definitely our body does suffer. Because we are not recognizing it, but unconsciously, it's the body that's being affected. So the best thing is just to let go of things and forgive everyone, and then
Mm-hmm.
definitely you can heal. So once you get into that process of healing, then automatically things start working out for you. You're absolutely right. um, okay, so yeah, I have to watch the time to cause you have to go for another interview. Like, you have still time, 10 minutes or so?
I have 3 minutes.
Okay, you have 3 minutes. Okay, so viewers, don't worry. We are going to have another session with Allyson, and that would be soon. So I'm just going to decide when and how. And in the meantime, I would want you to, share your comments, or you have any questions for Allyson. Do let me know. I can pass it on to her. And before going, Allyson, what advice would you give to my audience?
Just know when an idea comes in your head, and it's special, and you can't get away from it. Don't uh, don't don't take that idea that's in your heart, that God put in your heart, and start putting it in your head. When it goes to your head, you've got two choices. Your head either begins to tell you how you can't do it, or it begins to tell you how you make a plan on how you can. So at that point, when it goes from your heart into your head, there's a fork in the road, and you have to decide, am I going to make a plan on how to make this happen, or am I going to listen to the voice of unbelief and fear and doubt? And it's a decision, because that 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 message is always back there playing that you can't, right? But the fact is, you can. And when you have a dream, no one can stop you but yourself. You're the only person that can stop it. Yes, you're going to have some obstacles, but in the end, if you don't quit and you pursue and you keep going forward, and you're going to have mistakes, you're going to fall down, you're going to fail, and it's just part of the journey to the success. And I would just really encourage your listeners to take that first step forward, listen to your heart, choose positive messages in your head, and hang out with people who believe you can. Don't hang out with dream stealers. And if you don't have somebody
True.
if you don't have somebody in your personal life that's encouraging you, then, you know, sometimes I don't. I'm busy, or I'm alone traveling. I'll listen to podcasts, like a podcast with you, or something that lifts my spirit and tells me I can. So that's even surrounding yourself with good people, even if it's just something on YouTube. And you know, you
Okay.
can do it. You can do it if you don't stop. You can do it, and I've seen it happen over and over again. And when you pursue the dream that God's put in your heart, there's always a delay, and that delay makes it very difficult. And you just
Mm.
have to know during the delay, it's just part of the process. And you know, God has a time on when He's going to finish, but He always starts what He finishes, and you can trust Him with all your heart.
Okay, thank you so much. That was really lovely, and it was a wonderful message for the listeners and for me as well. And still, I think you have 1 minute. And before going, just a line for me. What advice would you give me?
You, first of all,
Yeah.
before I would give you any advice, I would want to listen to you. I want to hear about you. I want to hear your story. I want to hear your background
Okay.
first. Um, I can see that you're very beautiful, intelligent, professional, polished, that you are a person who has a lot of determination and you won't give up. But I don't know much about you, so I don't feel like I'm qualified to give you advice until I know you better.
Thank you so much, and definitely you can share your number with me, and I can get back on the telephone. And do tell me when. So I would share each and everything about myself. I'm a simple person, as you are. So we share many similarities. So definitely off the camera, I'm going to share each and everything. So I don't want my audience to, bombard my inbox, and then I can't do anything about that. Okay, so it was lovely, and it was really wonderful, and I'm sure we can have more and more sessions about you and your experiences in the near future. Thank you so much, Alison. Take care and have a great day. So I'll just end the broadcast, and till then, just give me a minute.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Okay. You're most welcome. Okay. Here we go.